Julle, ons moet hier afstap. Yeah, that's perfect. Thanks so much. Amazing. Oh, Margaret takes us to make what timing is that? That's amazing. Because me and Robert commentating, it's like Margaret takes God, directors on that, say, mentioned in the Margaret takes the boards in the background. I've got to find a glove in my room to the
Good afternoon and welcome to Fairmont High School. Today we are hosting PAARL Boys. My name is Bryce West and I'll be your commentator for this boys under 16C game. And joining me from PAARL Boys we have Lisa. Welcome, Lisa.
Thanks, nice to be here.
Yeah, and as we see PAARL Boys with a very, very early circle entry while we're still introducing ourselves, and Fairmont on the attack now. Yeah, it's great to be back and having some live fixtures and the boys actually getting back onto the turf and playing some friendlies. Even though it's not a league game, it's still good to have some matches going ahead.
Yeah, no, for sure. Been waiting a long time for this, so great to come through to Fairmont and be able to play, just get on the turf again. It's been a while.
Yeah, I know it's been a yearly thing that the two schools do. Usually there's a pre-season game where we play one at Fairmont and then one at PAARL Boys. So it's actually really cool to get the fixture in this year. PAARL Boys have the ball in their half. Fairmont operating quite a high press up here, but PAARL Boys are doing well to get through. As we see a bit of a stick hack from the PAARL Boys player on the Fairmont, and Fairmont have won a free hit just outside the attacking quarter.
Yes.
And there we have Fairmont having a circle entry. Can they get something out of this? But no. Well defended by PAARL Boys, and it's a free hit out.
So it's Liam Menard's on the ball right now.
So Lisa, tell us a little bit about your role within PAARL Boys.
So yeah, I've been working at PAARL Boys High for about just almost 4 years now. So I'm doing the conditioning mostly for cricket and hockey. So yeah, basically all the teams, and it's been great. I think being involved with one of the better schools around, and obviously very proud to be able to have been involved over the years. And I think hockey has picked up quite a bit in the last year or two, so very proud of that.
That's awesome. Yeah, I think I saw PAARL Boys did quite well last year in the couple of tournaments that they had entered. So yeah, it's going to be a great day of hockey. We have games all the way up until every hour until 7 o'clock. So lots of hockey on the show today. Today, the coach of Fairmont's under 16C side is Kyle Isu. He's a senior provincial player and I think he has about 3 or 4 caps for the SA men's indoor side. So we're really blessed to have him here working with our boys. As you have Ethan on the ball, just outside the Fairmont's defensive 23, looking to go long, but well intercepted there by PAARL Boys. Fairmont on the attack with Joel Brown. It's a great little counter attack by Fairmont, but unluckily last pass just going astray, and it's out for 16 for PAARL Boys.
Yeah, very good idea there by Fairmont. Good ball through.
It's just come off the Fairmont boys stick and then into his own head, so that's why it's a PAARL Boys free hit. Letting PAARL Boys foot, Fairmont have the ball and starting the counter attack. Joel Brown on the ball, another lovely through ball, but well read there by PAARL Boys. We have a lovely open end game to game in the first opening 5 minutes, so hoping that we can see quite a few goals scored here. Fairmont player not far from the free hit. Umpire Jared Curran blowing that up.
have Fairmont's ball on the line.
It's a lovely camera angle we have from our video tower up there. As you can see, the entire field. It's really nice to see. You know, coaches love this view, so when they do their video analysis, that they can pick up some errors in structures, whether they're outletting or whether they're pressing. Lovely to have a bird's eye view up here at Fairmont. Another intercept by PAARL Boys just outside the circle. Game's nice and stretched, lots of space here for PAARL to attack into if they can move the ball quickly, but as well intercept there by Josh Ratcliffe. But PAARL Boys are in possession again. I think the teams have done fairly well to get into the final third in the opening 7 minutes, but just struggling to get into the final third and be a little bit more clinical, as we could have our first shot on target, but it's well defended there by Fairmont and cleared out wide. And straight to their player. Can they launch their own counter attack from here?
Yeah, it's a foot by PAARL Boys high, so it's Fairmont ball.
He's on the ball, has passed it to Nathan, but PAARL Boys have turned the ball over again inside the defensive 23, not allowing Fairmont any easy entries inside the circle to create any opportunities. So good compact defending there by PAARL Boys. Fairmont opting to go a little bit wider, but again well defended, and it's a long corner to Fairmont. As Joel's got the ball inside the D, he takes a shot, and it is 1-0 to Fairmont. Joel Brown with a fantastic individual goal and just sliding it past the goalkeeper to put Fairmont in the lead. 11 minutes and 45 seconds left to play in the first half.
Yeah, very well played there by Fairmont and a very good goal. And a 16 for Fairmont as the ball went out the baseline.
Fairmont finding some space in the deep defense, in the deep attacking half there. Well intercepted by PAARL, and the Fairmont player allows it to run and settles for the long corner. Just a reminder that coming up next at 4 o'clock we have the under 14A boys game. It should be an absolute crackover game, as we see Joel taking the free hit quickly, but well defended there by PAARL Boys. And some great skill there, using the space and speed that he has. PAARL Boys have some numbers up inside the D if they can find the correct players. And it's a trip by the Fairmont player, and umpire has agreed and has given PAARL Boys the first short corner of the day. I'm sure the PAARL Boys coach is very happy with this. They would love to have a little set piece happening inside Fairmont's D and would look to get the equalizer. Operating with just one castle today, with a slip left and a slip right. Will they do a variation or will they go straight from the top? Let's find out and see. And it's a straight perk the injector's got it, and the rebound is just deflected out by FAIRMONT, and it's a long corner. Now, usually first short corners, we see the coaches going for the straight option, just so they can have a look how the defensive is running out. As PAARL Boys have the ball in front of the goalkeeper, and it is well tucked away to get the equalizer. Fantastic goal. Very smart finish there by the PAARL Boys striker, upright on his reverse stick. Instead of just trying to hit as hard as he can, he's just placed it past the goalkeeper's foot, and he's got his team on the scoreboard, and it's FAIRMONT 1, PAARL Boys 1.
Yeah, very good goal there by Tegan van der Mescht. On the ball again now.
It's a great ball across the face of the D, hoping for a postman runner for just a little deflection and make it very hard for the keeper, but unfortunately no one in the area, and it's gone out for a 16. PAARL Boys asserting some pressure on FAIRMONT here after they've scored their goal, and looking to maybe even get another one to go into the lead.
There's a foot there by PAARL Boys High, so FAIRMONT is currently on the ball.
It's a lovely reverse stick pass into space by PAARL Boys, and they're in the circle again, but he's just rolled over the ball, and it is called a back stick by the umpires. FAIRMONT taking it fairly quickly, but just giving it straight back to PAARL and inviting some more pressure in their defensive half. I think Kyle, as the coach, would probably prefer that they hold onto the ball just a little bit longer and keep possession, so they can get some structured attacks going forward. Some more great skill there by Joe, and wins the free hit in PAARL's half. Well intercepted by PAARL. FAIRMONT unable to string a few passes together now. Hopefully they can rectify that. Some lovely interplay there by PAARL Boys as they enter the FAIRMONT D. Pass it across, and unfortunately no one could get onto the end of it, but they still have possession just outside the D. I'm sure they would love to get another outcome here. It's a one-time slap and intercepted, and it is FAIRMONT's ball. PAARL Boys definitely putting some pressure on FAIRMONT here and pushing for that extra goal to get into the lead for the first time in this game.
Yeah, both teams gaining a bit of momentum now, and the game speeding up a little bit, so it's good to see.
So Lisa, how many other fixtures have the PAARL Boys had to play so far this season?
Well, at the beginning of, well, earlier on, when we haven't had the restrictions yet, we did play Grey College.
Okay.
So yeah, we had that fixture. It's also a yearly fixture. Luckily this year it was in PAARL. Obviously 1 year in PAARL, 1 year traveling to Bloem. So yeah, we were lucky with that, and actually quite a good game. So yeah, that was one of our better fixtures before the restrictions came in again.
I remember being on that bus from PAARL Boys going to Grey Bloem. It was a fairly long drive.
Yeah, it's quite a trip, but
It's a fantastic fixture to be a part of.
of course,
definitely.
yes, good rivalry.
Yeah, fantastic. We see PAARL Boys into the circle. Can they get the shot off? It's hit the foot of Ethan from FAIRMONT, and PAARL Boys have won the second short corner of the game. Last time out we saw Fairmont run a 2-2 out. Let's see if they will keep that the same. And let's see if PAARL Boys stick to the straight shot from the top or whether they'll work a variation and try exploit the space that Fairmont have left. They've gone straight to the slip left, and it's a straight shot, and it's just gone wide, and it's a PAARL Boys foot, and it's a Fairmont 16. PAARL Boys opting for a variation. They're not going to the trapper, but instead going straight to the slip left player, which we usually call short, and almost well executed, just slightly wide of the far post. As we get another opportunity and another shot, and it's a save by the goalkeeper. Umpire says it's not dangerous as it landed in space, and Fairmont come out with it, but PAARL Boys have turned it over yet again and have another circle entry. And he's kept it in play. It's well done. Keeper has kicked it out directly, and because he's kicked it directly over the baseline, the umpire has awarded a penalty corner to PAARL Boys.
Yeah, I think that's always a very difficult situation to be in, kind of a decision that he has to make. So
yeah, instead of letting the ball roll around and be hesitant, he's cleared it and he's allowed his defense to set up. So they haven't conceded from a piece yet, so let's see if they can continue that. 3 minutes to go inside the first half. Fairmont 1, PAARL Boys 1. We've gone to the top of the castle. He's hit it from just outside, but it's fine. It's come off the Fairmont stick, and it is a long corner. Fairmont changed their run out there, now running a 3-1. Well worked as a unit there, and keeping another clean sheet. Ball hasn't moved 5 from the long corner. It has to either be passed to someone or have moved 5 meters before being played inside the D. Bit of a scrap inside in the goal mouth of Fairmont there, but Fairmont winning a free hit. PAARL Boys really pushing for that second goal now. As you see, PAARL Boys adopting a very high pressure, and umpire says that's dangerous. PAARL Boys have taken it quickly and they can run straight into the D here. Can they get a shot at goal? It's just gone wide the near post, and it's another 16 for Fairmont. In the background there you'll see Fairmont has a little mini Astra, and around the sides of the Astra we have the Bulgatech signs, and massive shout out to Bulgatech Sport for being part of the Fairmont hockey. Today's coverage brought to you by ES Media Live, and we are on the Super Sport Schools app. It's lovely to see that because there's no spectators allowed at fixtures anymore, that at least all the parents and players from around the country can tune in and watch their children, friends and family play some hockey. So thanks to everyone involved for making this happen.
yes, we've got a long corner for Fairmont now on the other side of the field.
50 seconds to play. Can Fairmont get a quick goal here? And it's well defended inside the D. Fairmont looking for an outcome here. Can they get a shot at goal? Well defended by PAARL Boys, and they come away, and there's lots of space for them to attack in. Could be the final attack of the half, but well intercepted there by Caleb. And it's a free hit to PAARL inside the 23. 20 seconds to go. I'm sure they would want to take this quick and get the ball inside the D and maybe get a penalty corner or at least a shot at goal. That's well defended there by Caleb. Will there be enough time for PAARL to get this in the D? I don't think there will be, and we come to the end of the first half. Lisa, so what's been your take on the first half today between the under-16C boys here?
Yeah, I think we started off slowly, but both teams gained some momentum and gave each other quite a good go later in the half. And obviously looking forward to an action-packed second half. If they could just build on that, the scores being level and all, it's still all to play for.
Yeah, 100%. I think Fairmont started off nice and bright. I think PAARL Boys definitely ended that half in a very strong position, pushing for the second goal and winning a couple penalty corners along the way. So I'm sure the Fairmont coach Carl is giving his team talkers how the boys can improve and maybe hold on to the ball a little bit more and create some more opportunities inside the D. As we said, coming up next we have the under 14A boys game. At 5 o'clock we have the under 16B boys. At 6 o'clock it's going to be another cracker of the game, under 16A boys. I'm sure that's going to be a highly contested game. And then at 7 o'clock, the game of the day, the first team boys. Elisa, you've worked with all the sides, you say, with the hockey. What do you expect from the rest of the sides over the fixtures today?
Yeah, I think our under 14A boys have done quite well. They've kept the team quite the same from the start of the season until now. Obviously not having played as much as under 14 sides in the past due to the situation at the moment, but very proud of what they've done and accomplished, and quite a good team, so it should be really competitive. Under 16As also not a bad side, also boys that have played together for quite long, so I expect it to be quite competitive. I hope so. I hope the fitness holds, as that's my department. And then, under 19, always a cracker, always a good game. Our under 19 boys, this will be the last game for our matrics.
Oh, wow.
So very, very important to them. They've been coming to the office all day saying, please don't cancel it, please don't cancel it. So yes, I think a very emotional, action-packed game for them as well.
Yeah, I'm sure that being the last game, they're going to give their all, and it will definitely be an emotional end to the fixture tonight.
For sure.
As we are ready to start the second half, Fairmont in position. Noise in the background. The PAARL Boys first team have just arrived. Very excited, lots of energy. So yeah, seems like it's going to be a great game later. That's a lovely drag push there by the PAARL Boys player. Unfortunately, just finding a Fairmont stick. Fairmont with a free hit inside the half. Got some extra players on the right hand side here, which they have found on the overlap. PAARL Boys player goes over, but it's play on by the umpire. And it's well defended, finding the foot of the Fairmont player, taking the quick free hit on the way, hitting another foot. So PAARL Boys keeping possession. Fairmont's front three pressing quite high up, putting the PAARL Boys defenders under pressure, not allowing any movement of the ball sideways. And some great skills there by the Fairmont player inside the pocket, helping them to go forward. Fairmont starting the second half very bright. Free hit just outside the circle, what can they do? Pass to the open player. Joel Brown on the ball. Can he get into the circle and create something? He smashes it across too far post, but it's a fantastic save by the PAARL Boys keeper. Great save far post there. Great delivery there by the Fairmont player. And then on far post, keeper getting across nice and quickly, getting his body in the way. But unfortunately coming off a PAARL Boys body, and it is a penalty corner. The first one for Fairmont of the game.
The umpire just calling for face masks there for the PAARL Boys players running out of the short corner.
Fairmont going to the top, going for a slip left. It is lifted dangerously and has come off his body. So PAARL Boys ball. I'm sure Fairmont would have loved to have more of an outcome from that penalty corner. And now we see PAARL Boys in possession, going into the Fairmont 20, attacking 23. Some great interplay there by the two players. Played it in, fighting for the ball, and it's hit the back stick of the Fairmont player, and PAARL Boys now have a short corner. PAARL Boys going short again. That's fantastically hit, and it's gone through everyone. And we're not sure. The umpires want to confirm first before they award anything. Umpire on the halfway line says he had seen something. They're just discussing what might have happened. We'll come to a decision. Goal stands. PAARL Boys getting the second goal of their second goal of the game, and taking the lead for the first time, 2-1 to PAARL Boys with just over 15 minutes to play. We can't say that second goal hadn't been coming, Elisa. I think PAARL Boys have been putting quite a bit of pressure on the defense of Fairmont, and now finally have broken through.
Yeah, I think PAARL Boys ended the first half on quite an attacking note. I think Fairmont started the second half really well. So yeah, I think lucky to get on that side actually, but very good goal and staying competitive.
As you see, PAARL Boys winning another long corner. Coach Carl shouting some instructions to his players, asking them to please meet and tackle outside of the D, because if any foot or foul outside of the D is just a normal free hit. Anything inside is a penalty corner. So I think he's just getting the message across to the boys to make sure they're tackling from not inside the circle where possible. Ball has not moved 5 from that free hit before entering the circle, so it's a free hit out to Fairmont, and a bit of relief of pressure.
Everyone just trying to organise themselves and find some space as Fairmont is on ball.
PAARL Boys putting a high pressure on and not making it easy for the outlet there of Fairmont, but Fairmont worked it out, managed to work out to the halfway line, but have conceded a free hit. So good press there by PAARL Boys, nice and compact, making it very difficult for Fairmont to get out of their defensive half.
There's good defence there by Fairmont inside the circle.
If you have just joined us, we are live here in Durbanville at Fairmont High, where we have Fairmont are hosting PAARL Boys High School. It's fantastic to have the two schools play each other, as we see PAARL Boys winning a long corner. PAARL Boys in the white, Fairmont in the green. PAARL Boys playing from right to left of your screen. Again, ball has not moved 5 before he's played it in, so it's a bit of relief of pressure again for Fairmont, and it's a free hit out. PAARL Boys getting high pressure and turning the ball over high and getting a circle entry. Can they get a shot at target? It is hit towards the far post, and it may have come off the post with the far post player, not quite sure, but it has gone out for a 16 with Fairmont. Another fantastic opportunity for PAARL Boys to get another goal. As you see, another high turnover from PAARL Boys. Their press working really well. Fairmont's really struggling to get out of their own half at the moment.
As we see Liam Menard's on the ball again. A ball coming off a Fairmont stick, so it's another opportunity. That's well defended by Fairmont, and it's Fairmont ball.
It's a good outlet there for Fairmont, not going through the middle and using the width on offer, and last pass just going astray and it's gone over the sideline, but they've come up with a new plan to get past of the full press. Obviously a tackle from behind, and it's Fairmont ball. Have taken it quickly. Player not 5 and blown up. Fairmont doing well with this pressure that's been put on them by the PAARL Boys team, and hopefully getting a little bit high up on the field as we see an attack here with Fairmont entering the circle. Ball's being played across. Can someone get on the end of it? It's hit out, but the umpire says it's been dangerous play and Fairmont have won a penalty corner. Fairmont getting out of their half and with their first opportunity getting another short corner. Let's see if they can execute something from this as the last one. They never got their shot off, so I'm sure Coach Kyle would love to see them have a shot on goal, and if not, get the equalizer. Fairmont's gone to the slip left, and it's the shot has come off the shin pad of the PAARL Boys player, and a short corner is re-awarded.
Here we see Fairmont taking the short corner again.
Fairmont found some space. They got a shot off it. Great save by the goalkeeper. Straight back into the middle of play, and it's another foot. And Fairmont gets another reward. That's 3 in a row. So the defense of PAARL doing really well, not allowing Fairmont to get the goal. So let's see what they can do on the third one. They've gone the same. The slip left. The first time shot. The keeper's made a save. and it's still in play. And it's come with the Fairmont foot. Well defended there by PAARL Boys, relieving all the pressure. No danger called there by the umpire. No one around the stick that are swinging, so it's play on.
As we see, PAARL Boys are just slightly rushing the clearance there. It is Fairmont ball. Oh no, my apologies. It's PAARL Boys hard ball on the line.
As we see a boy just slipping there on that turf. Had a bit of rain here in Domeville today, so Astro is nice and slippery. No one, the player is within the 5 while the free hit was being taken, and it's seen as a deliberate breakdown in play by the umpire, and he has upgraded the free hit to a short corner. Fairmont, the last 2 short corners, got this shot off with the goalkeeper saving it. I'm sure that they're going to look to identify the space again and hopefully pull back the equalizer. Just over 7 minutes to play. Last 2 short corners, we saw a slip left all the way from the right hand side. Let's see what they come up with now. They've done it again. And it's a flick this time, and it is into the bottom left-hand corner, and Fairmont have equalised. So it's Fairmont 2, PAARL Boys 2, with just under 7 minutes to play. I'm sure we're in for a fantastic final 7 minutes here, Lisa, and let's hope for another 1 or 2 goals maybe.
Yeah, very, very good goal there by Fairmont. Finally coming off after they've had a few short corners. So yes, very good goal, and in for a very exciting last 6.5 minutes.
I'm sure we'll see the game open up even more than we have already, as both teams will be pushing for the winner. I don't think any one of the 2 teams here, in the way that they've played, will settle for the draw. So let's see who can take their chance.
As we see, PAARL Boys are with a circle entry there. And a short corner awarded to PAARL Boys High. It's another opportunity. Let's see what they can do with this penalty corner. And they just slightly missed the stop there, and it is Fairmont ball.
Just over 5 minutes to play. Fairmont 2, PAARL Boys 2 has been a cracker of the first game of the day. Really excited. Coming up next, we see the Fairmont under 14A boys warming up on the mini turf at the back. It's going to be an absolutely cracker of a game today. As we see Fairmont using the width again when PAARL Boys is full pressing, finding some very good connections. Unfortunately, just a missed trap there. Can PAARL Boys get a shot off here? And it's a body charge by the Fairmont player, and the umpire has given a short corner. Fairmont player just losing the ball there and then trying to get it back, just slightly slower than the PAARL Boys player, and unfortunately using his body and not allowed to do that, and the short corner has been awarded.
Just over 4 minutes.
It's great to see Mr. Erasmus and Mr. van Rensburg, the Fairmont principal and vice principal, standing next to the turf watching the boys play today. So they usually watch all the games and have also missed the action, so getting in some action while they can, as we see Fairmont on the counter attack here after the PAARL Boys short corner. Some great stick work there by the Fairmont player. He's found the other Fairmont player. They've gone into the D. What can they do from here? Some fantastic defending there by PAARL Boys, and they are now launching their own counter attack. As we said, the game's going to be very open in the last 5 minutes, and the teams have not proved us wrong.
As as we see Fairmont currently with the ball.
Bit of a hit into the D. They've one foot just outside.
Let's go, Fairmont. Come on now.
As they send it across. And it is a short corner given by the umpire. PAARL Boys just questioning the umpires to why it's been given a short corner. I mean, the umpire said it's come off a PAARL Boy stick and lifted up, so there was no danger there, or it's come off a PAARL Boys back stick or body. And with just under 3 minutes to play, Fairmont have a golden opportunity here to, if they score the goal now, possibly even the winner. Will give PAARL Boys just only 2 minutes to come back if they do score. Let's see what they have for us. They're going for the slip left again. Joel Brown on the head. It's come to the back to the injector, and the keeper made a great save. Unfortunately, when he cleared it, he used the back of his stick, and the umpire has given a short corner. I'm sure if we had seen that in one of the first side games on a 16A game, they could have seen that as deliberate and could have been upgraded to a penalty stroke. Fairmont have done same short corner, obviously identified there's lots of space in the middle. Unfortunately not coming off, and PAARL Boys have an attack with numbers up here. There's about 7 PAARL Boys players with only 3 or 4 Fairmonts. Can they find the open players in the D? He's just hit his own PAARL Boys foot, and there's umpires have said it's hit a Fairmont foot, and it's a free hit just outside the circle. One minute 25 seconds. Will we get a winner here? PAARL Boys walk. Fantastic defending. Good step there by the Fairmont player.
Very well defended.
The PAARL Boys saw the gap there and was eyes lit up as he was going to try to take a shot from top of the D, but just at the last moment there, the Fairmont player intercepted it. One minute to go. I'm sure PAARL Boys would love to get a shot off here or into the circle and get something out of this, as they throw it into the D, and they have one foot, and it is a short corner with only 45 seconds left on the clock.
Possibly the last short corner of the game, possibly one of the last plays of the game.
Yeah.
Let's see if they can do something with this.
Let's see if PAARL Boys can get the winner right at the depth, and it'll bring to an end a fantastic game of hockey first up here. Going for the straight poke, and it's lifted, and it's dangerous. Luckily no one is hurt in that incident, and the game gets to go on. 20 seconds to go. I'm sure Fairmont want to launch their counter-attack as quick as they can if they want to push for that last goal. We'll probably see the last play of the game as Fairmont look to outlet around the back. Some high pressure still from the PAARL Boys team, as they've been doing the entire second half. They've got a couple seconds to get it in the D. They've hit it in. Do they have enough time to get the winner? Unfortunately, the full time has gone, and we've come to the end of a spectacular game. Fairmont Boys to PAARL Boys to fantastic game, and a 16C's first up here at Fairmont High. And Lisa, what are your closing thoughts for the game?
Yeah, I think it was a good one. Probably a fair result that we got there. Both sides at times in the game doing really well. So yeah, it's been a good one, and for us it's always awesome to see you and nice to commentate with you.
Yeah, thanks Lisa for joining us, and from us here at Fairmont High School, we hope you've enjoyed the first game. Just a reminder that up next is the under 14A boys game. Thanks for joining. Enjoy the rest of your day. Goodbye.